are you doing?
Yeah, that was it. Penicillin. It's better now, but I don't know. I had some throat infection or something, even though I haven't sang for a long time. So it's nothing about that. I think it's some COVID bullshit, maybe. I don't know.
Oh my God. COVID is still here, actually. Everyone seems to be
Yeah,
forgetting about this. But
yeah. And I don't think these tests works anymore because it made itself different. Put it that way. It cloned itself.
it
The
evolves
virus.
as a
Yeah, that's
virus.
what viruses do.
Oh
So,
my God. So anyway, first and foremost, I really hope that you will become better soon because
mhm.
we're having a very great, a very big event, the release of your new album
Yeah,
in May, yes,
exactly.
which is
Yeah,
called I Am, which
yeah.
sounds like some huge statement and a manifest. So can you say that it's one of your most personal albums?
I think with pain, every album becomes personal. I would say this is what I am from 2021 to 23 when I was writing the album. So I guess everything you get in there is how I was feeling or seeing things with my eyes and thoughts over these 2 years. I mean, I didn't write constantly for 2 years because I always have to stop and go on tours or plan tours or whatever. So, but yeah, this is how I felt then, and that's what my heart said to write. So,
Yeah, okay. My next question that follows, actually, I've been a very big fan of your work for a very long time, and I can
oh,
tell
thank you.
that your lyrics have been pretty much unapologetically straight to the point every time. And have you
Mhm.
ever had a thought that while recording a song, like, well, here I'm a little bit of oversharing, that's a bit too much, or every time is just exactly the thing that you wanted to say?
It depends how sensitive you are. I mean,
Good
it's
point.
from person to person. I guess I'm not so sensitive. I can just throw out any shit, but it's got to be believable for me
Uh-huh.
since I have to sing it, and it has to be there forever, or it will be there forever anyhow. So for me, it has to make sense. Sometimes, yeah, maybe I'm not the best lyric writer in the world, but I just go straight to the point. With hypocrisy, I can do weird stuff, around it. But yeah, it becomes a little bit more personal when I do paint stuff.
So, to sum up, Pain is more personal band, and you feel more free creating music for Pain than for Hypocrisy.
Yeah, I mean that was the my promise to myself when I started painting, no limits or no boundaries. If I
Mm-hmm.
want to do weird shit, I should try weird shit. Uh, if I want to go more hooky commercial, then I do that. If I want to go more brutal, then I do that. So I mean, for me, it's like the freedom with hypocrisy, due to respect of fans. I won't go industrial with hypocrisy,
Yeah,
because
of course.
that will be fucked up. And but with Pain, I think everybody knows every album sounds different from each other in a way. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's just the state of mind that you're in when you're writing that. And that's how it comes out, I think. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of lyrics are more, fictionary or things I don't like about society and things, or even prep talk to myself. When I wrote Go With The Flow, it's actually me trying to tell myself, to take it easy and not be a drama queen. Every time everything goes to hell, I flip out. So it's more like count to 10 and go with the flow for me. It's a therapy song for me.
Hmm. Well, now I think after you have said that it will be a therapy song for many people, as long as you
Yeah,
explain
maybe.
how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I mean, we're all different, but it's like the world is a little bit on the edge for the last couple of years.
Mhm.
So everybody's really tense. So it's breathe in.
Yes, like
Yeah.
Indeed. Can you tell me what songs on the upcoming album are the most special for you for whatever reason? Maybe they were challenging to create, or maybe they are indeed a bit more personal than the others.
I think Don't Wake the Dead, because Sebastian wrote that song. And I think it's very unique in the way it sounds, you know? And it is a challenge to sing this. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna pull it off on stage, but I will try. I will practice. It's so high. I don't know why I set it so fucking high from the beginning. You know, you dig your own grave sometimes.
Yeah, well, in the
So
meantime, it's a
yeah,
good
but I mean, it's easy to sing a verse. Cool, done. But then comes the chorus. It goes even higher. And then there's no pause going back to the next verse. And so, I mean, in the studio, you can do one verse and then and then do the chord, you know. But live, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's totally maximum. So that's why it's special.
Yes, and I really hope that by the moment tours arrive, your throat will be fine for this song, especially.
Yeah, or I have to go down an octave, but I hate doing that shit. You know, that's not why I do it. So, you know, it's called doing more than you can handle. I mean, there's no tuning or anything like that, so I got higher or anything. It's just, yeah, it's very high on the choruses, like hell. So it will be interesting.
For everyone.
I'm gonna need help from the audience to help me sing it.
Yeah. The audience will know for sure what to do. I noticed on this album there is a song called My Angel. And as far as I know, this song was first released something like 11 or 12 years ago.
Yeah,
Why did you decide to put it on the album now?
because it's not released. That's the crazy part. It's not there. We're like, ask Nuclear Blast, what happened with this song? I don't know. Nobody knows. It's gone. It was on iTunes only because it was a special thing that I did with Cecile. Nuclear Blast released it. We did a contract between me and her, so everything was fine and so on. And then I forgot about it. And then a year ago, I think management said, like, what song is this? They found it on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, that's a song I released before. No, you didn't, because it's not on iTunes, because they know everything, you know. And I was like, what? So we asked Nuclear Blast, and they're like, I don't know. Nobody knows. It just disappeared. My guess is like it was there for a month, and then. So I asked her if she wouldn't mind if I cleaned it up a little bit and released it on this one, so it has a fair release, so to say. And she said, yeah, sure, but no fuss from me.
Okay.
So that's why it's on there.
Long-awaited official release. Now it's more powerful, for sure. It got some volume, and yes, finally.
It's a little bit more modern, I think, also. And it's, before I was writing this album, I listened to Coming Home album, and I was like, oh, it's very sleepy album, you know? But, you know, that's how I felt then, you know, and I really wanted to explore this more acoustic guitars and orchestra and things, you know. So now I know how to do that. So, I mean, that's what you always do when you do an album. I want to learn to do this. So you do that. And then it's fine. It's there. It's in your back pocket. You know how to do it now. So you only try to get more and more experience. I don't even bring in any bands anymore in my studio. A friend of mine who has a blues band is like, hey, can you produce our next album? I'm like, yeah, sure, because I don't do blues. So that's what we're doing.
But have you ever thought about maybe what are the most unnatural things that you would maybe consider incorporating in Pain, as long as like it's more experimental? So what is the weirdest thing that we would probably be able to wait from you?
That I don't know yet, but you will know when I know. Plus minus a few months, because I need to make it first. But I don't know. I mean, I've done, you know, slide guitars, blues, you know, Have a Drink on Me, disco, heavy stuff like, you know, Monkey Business, slow stuff, Starseed, Coming Home. I don't know what's next. Polka, maybe.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I got a quarter Finn blood in me anyhow, so you never know.
Yes. Okay. Speaking about the modern times, I want to know what's your opinion on AI nowadays? Because it's a huge part of
Yeah,
art, culture, and our society in general.
yeah, and it goes fast. The development, and that's what a lot of people are afraid of, that we're going to lose control of AI, which means anything that's hooked up to a net and is a computer, like your phone, your the flight you take from this place to that place. You don't know anything, if it feels like it's threatened, then it maybe, yeah, it's going to be like Terminator movie.
Indeed.
So that's scary. We actually did one of the first ones to do an AI video with Lindemann. Which song was that? I don't know. It's when the faces are just going, like they change between me and his face. And that's actually AI who did it to the song. It listened to the song, and we had our faces, and they created this shit. So, and also now with the new Push to Pusher video, these artists, they actually used AI in it. I mean, not 100%, but they did it to create it. So for me, it's like I said, it's nice tool when you need it, but it can also be your death.
Yes, and you mentioned
and you get lazy. I heard about people who are writing lyrics with AI and things, and I'm like, but don't you want to do it yourself? Aren't you an artist, or are you a fucking copycat? Or like, you become, if you do that, you are kind of playing in a cover band instead. So I don't know, but some people think different. For me, the making, that's what drives me. I don't care about anything else. It's like how you develop a song. It's like putting a flower. Maybe I should be a gardener or something, to see small things grow up and become amazing, because that's how I feel sometimes when I do something. Maybe I don't have so much self-confidence in it, but I feel how it grows, and you become proud, and then you're satisfied, and then you don't want to do that anymore. So you go to something totally different when you write. So, and then eventually you come back to the same kind of things that you did. So that's why when I wrote Push to Pusher, I immediately wrote I Am after that, because that's a ballad. I need yin and yang, I guess.
Balance.
Yeah, I don't want to do two of the same kind of song, in a row, because I'm afraid I copycat myself. And it's not interesting. If you're happy and you feel satisfied with that song, then you move on to something else.
Yes. Coming back to Push the Pusher, it was pretty unique because it was created in old school anime video style, and I really felt a massive nostalgia. And how did you come up with the idea of making an anime video? And in general, what is your attitude to the anime and manga culture?
Well, that definitely didn't come from me. My friends was watching that in the 90s and stuff. I was never into it. So Anna, my manager, she was in contact, because she's always exploring new things everywhere. She has a lot of things when it comes to pain, and also with hypocrisy. You see on our media, it's always something. And they really, she's the younger generation thinking. So I mean, she knew this guy, or she saw it somewhere on Instagram or something, and she contacted this guy, and that's how they got in contact with this. And from there on, let's try to do a video. Okay. And they said, we need the song now, because it's going to take a while. So I had to give them a half a year ago, I think. So they couldn't do it, because it took 2.5 months, I think, when they get started, because they were doing tests and things all the time. And yeah, it's hard work, even if you have AI.
Yes, of course. That's exactly what I thought, because I know that that kind of animation really demands a lot of work. So I also wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah,
question how long was it created?
yeah.
Quite
I
long.
saw a few funny answers on YouTube under the video comments. How can you do that, AI? And then some other guy, hey, AI could have written that song many times. You know, now they get pissed because we used AI, you know. So it's, come on, get in the fucking game. That's all. And we didn't talk into a microphone, tell it what to do, and then it created it, or telling it, do whatever you want. You know, it's the point is you are the boss. That's the most important thing when you use AI. Otherwise, you're fucked or lazy.
Yes, exactly. Quite a serious question. What is your opinion on cancel culture? So is it a necessary evil of modern society, or is it just evil?
I think it's it's really funny because that's really push the pusher from the beginning. When I had the idea for the lyrics, I was going to call it push the pusher because of cancel culture. And then I started getting personal because everybody tells me to grow up since I'm such a baby. And so I actually focused the lyrics on that instead. But yeah, it's bullshit. It just shows how easy it is to manipulate people with media and social media.
Yeah, yeah. So unfortunately, it is what it is nowadays.
Yeah, but you know what comes around goes around, and I think people are getting smarter and smarter, and they noticing more stuff, and they read about more stuff, and people are actually getting interesting. That's why all these weird shit pops up that people are freaking out about. You know, like what the fuck is this? You know, because people start digging, which is very good. I mean, today's media, you know, the commercial media is dead. You know, they have no followers. It's the bloggers and people who are sitting like Joe Rogan and you name it. You know, Ben Shapiro or all these people. You know, they just talk out what they think. They're not, you know, most of them are not paid by someone to say something, but the states owned TV companies like we have SVT or you have Yle or, you know, things like that, that government funds can quickly go either way, you know, usually always left. But so, I mean, that is the problem. My new party is going to be called Common Sense. You know,
Exactly.
I mean, sometimes, you know, when you hear things on news and then you hear another channel saying exactly the same, and then you hear a third channel saying exactly the same, using the same word. So they've been practicing, you know, this is what we're going to push. And if we say, if you lie enough times, people start believing in it, you know, unfortunately. So that's really scary. But like I said, people are waking up. So I think the worst is over with that kind of shit, you know, because in the past it was always you're racist or you're a right wing extremist. That was the best defense anyone had, you know, if they didn't know what to say to defend themselves. They always said, "Oh, you're fucking right wing or you're the fuck you." Tell the truth. So that's how it is. The problem today is there's too much feelings in politics. You know, there's no science. There's no you know, facts. I mean, real facts, data. It's just all these emotions of these politicians. And that fucks up the world. You need fucking law and order. That's all there is to it. And what right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
Just as simple as it is, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But you know, as soon as you put your emotions in there, then right can be wrong right away. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for the answer. And now a couple more, a bit lighter questions. Do you believe in the concept of a guilty pleasure? And if yes, what would be yours?
Oh, that's me eating in the nights. Some munchies. You know, that's the only pleasure I have right now. So yeah, that's about it.
I remember I was reading some Alexi Laiho interviews like 50 years ago, and he was talking about the song
I can tell you right
Touch
away.
Me by Samantha Fox as a guilty
Oh, he
pleasure.
loved that. But you know, he loved Roxette like hell. I mean, we were very
Uh-huh.
good friends. We always listened to music. He loved Alice Cooper. He
Mm-hmm.
liked Poison, you know, this really lipstick music, and of course Ozzy, you know, with Randy, and yeah, and of course Hurriganes, we both love, you know. But I mean, it's yeah, he loved the most, I don't know, wimpiest music ever, you know, and still he was writing this music, you know. It was funny, you know, but you know, he likes what grooves. Same with me. I like all kinds of shit, you know. I love Shania Twain.
Uh-huh.
I love 70s disco. I don't know if I'm gay, but I know I'm not. But you know, there's a lot of cheesy stuff that I like. But like I said, you know, my guilty pleasure is eating at night, because that's not good for you, because you gain weight then, you know?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
So, of course.
Especially when you come over 50, you got to be weird.
Indeed. Oh well. So last question, important question. So can you share some plans for the future with us, with fans?
Yeah, we're gonna come back to you guys in October, I think. Or is it, yeah, mid-October, end of October. We're gonna do a Scandinavian tour. So
Mhm,
we're gonna do Sweden, Norway, and Finland. I think it's 3 shows in Finland right
mhm,
now. So we'll be back. And we have a festival in Finland as well. You have to check out our social medias for dates. I can't
mhm.
remember. I don't even remember which festival it was. Well, it was one. Nah, never mind. Check it out yourself.
Of
But we'll
course.
be around
Uh-huh. Yes,
for
and that's
sure.
the most important thing. So thank you so much for an
Yeah,
amazing
thank you.
chat, and get well as soon as
Yeah,
possible. That's my major wish for you. And
yeah, thank you very much.
yes,
And I hope to see you out there.